thought you did. I thought you had one in the back of your book.
Prenuptial. Just use it from here. I printed it out purposely.
Do you need Seth to go look?
Here it is. I'll just use this.
Okay.
I like the one I wrote. If he wouldn't mind. Where'd Seth go? If he wouldn't mind looking on my desk. Seth?
Sethy. Ooh, hi. Hello, everyone. Yes.
Good evening, Shabbat Shalom, and welcome on a beautiful night here in Vail. We're glad to see so many of you joining with us tonight. We're going to begin with the lighting of our candles, and we'd like to invite up June birthdays. I know Helene's on. We have more, please. Any other June birthday? Oh, wow. I thought getting you to do just for today was a big deal. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know the tune, or can I help you?
I'll do the tune. I'll let the lighters sing today.
Okay.
While I'm with you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
On this Shabbat, we lift our hearts to you, eternal God, to thank you for the precious gift of years for which you have blessed our loved ones. Now standing before you and surrounded by their dear ones, family, and friends, we pray that they may be blessed with continued health and happiness. And by Jewish tradition, this even applies to you, we say Ad Mea ve'esrim shana, and also in Yiddish biz 120, may you live to be 120. As we remember this occasion at this birthday, we say thanksgiving. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who has enabled us and sustained us To reach this joyous occasion, happy birthday and
Simmen Tov. Simmen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simmen Tov, Simmen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simmen Tov, Simmen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simmen Tov. Yehelanu, 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 Ubechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ubechol Yisrael. Simmen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simmen Tov, Simmen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simmen Tov, Simmen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simmen Tov. Yehelanu.
Mazel Tov to all of you. And we look forward to our July birthdays and August, and we'll keep celebrating each month. But thank you, and for all the great food. Thank you. Thank you all. Well, let's turn in our prayer books to page 4 at the bottom of the page. Hine Matov. Introduce yourself. How good and pleasant it is to be together.
So good to be here. So please introduce yourself or say Shabbat Shalom to someone sitting nearby. Hine matov u'manayim, shavet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim,
Thank you.
shavet achim gam yachad. Hine matov,
Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
Hine
Matov. Shevet
Achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shavet 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 achim gam yachad. Hine matov, hine matov, yalalai, yalalalalai. Hine matov, hine matov, yalalai, yalalalalai. Hine matov u'manayim, shavet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shavet achim gam yachad.
It's so wonderful to have all of you as a family with us today. And we were commenting before that we never used to start till July, because that's when people said they come in July. But maybe because we put out really good food. And also because if you're leaving Arizona, you said it was, 110.
Woo! No, thank you.
And it's 71 out here right now. So for all of you who are watching, we welcome you. And if you're in Virginia, we heard it was really bad.
It was very hot. It was very hot in Richmond last
But welcome. So we'll continue with our family prayer at the bottom of page 8. May we never take for granted the gift of Shabbat as we sit nestled in the Rocky Mountains, sharing this humble moment with family and friends. May the satisfaction of celebrating Shabbat hearten our spirits. Let Shabbat peace bring quiet to our souls. Allow this time set aside for song and prayer to bring us closer together in thoughts and deeds. As the space we share become our place of devotion, glowing with reverence and filled with our traditions. May the end of this week encourage us to examine our actions. Let us look ahead toward the new week, be worthy of all of God's blessings. The top of page 8 as we welcome the angels of peace. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bo'achem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi
And upon arriving in Jerusalem, the pilgrims lifted their eyes to the mountains and cried out, "From where does my help come?" As we lift our eyes to our mountains. Sinai, page 12. In the 16th century, Shlomo Alkabetz wrote the beautiful poem of Lecha Dodi, welcoming the Sabbath bride. He wrote it in the town of Sfat, the center of Jewish mysticism. As we continue, page 16.
Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'rifor echad, hishmianu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shemo tiferet ve'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Mikrat Shabbat lechu v'niocha, ki hi mikor averacha. Berosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshevat tchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Mikdash melech ir melecha, kum nitzim etoch ha'chafaycha. Ravlach shevet ve'emecha v'acha, ve'hu yachmol alayich chemla. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela.
Bottom of page 18, we rise, face the rear of the sanctuary as we greet the Sabbath bride.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam v'simcha u'v'sohola. Toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela.
seated. That was nice mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I know when we travel, it's always fun because we like to visit a synagogue, whatever town we're visiting, and we always sit there and think, well, I know any of the tunes. And sometimes we do. And here, because everybody is from somewhere, that we mix it up a little bit, and that was wonderful. Thank you.
You.
The top of page 21 as we continue responsively page with Psalm 92. It is good to give thanks to you, O Lord, to praise your name through song, to speak in the morning of your loving kindness and your faithfulness each night, music of the lute and the harp, melody of the lyre, I'll sing with my delight. Continue the bottom of page 20.
Sadikatamar yifrach ke'eres balvanon yiske shetuli beveit Adonai Echatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenun b'seva deshenim bera'ananim ihiyu lehagim ki ashar Adonai Zuri me'lam latabo.
Starting next week on Friday night, we're going to be continuing the oneg from 5 to 6 o'clock, but at 5:40, we're going to invite those who would like to come up and join with Cantor Michelle and Colleen, who arrives next week, to begin learning some of the music we do for the High Holy Days. We're also talking about some of the prayers and learning some of the songs. So grab your cookies quickly and then come on up and join with us. Page 23, we have that wonderful reading just for today. 1921 Boston Globe. Bernie, this is all yours.
Just for today, I will live one day only, forgetting yesterday and tomorrow, and not trying to solve the whole problem of life at once.
Just for today, I'll be unafraid of life and death, unafraid to enjoy the beautiful and be happy. People are as happy as they make up their minds to be.
Just for today, I will adjust myself to what is and not try to adjust everything to suit me. If I cannot have what I like, I will try to like what I have.
Just for today, I'll be agreeable, cheerful, charitable, do my best, praise people for what they can do, not criticize them for what they cannot do. If I find fault, I'll forgive it, forget it. I will try not to improve nor regulate anybody except myself.
Just for today, I will have a plan. I may not follow it exactly, but I will have one. It will save me from worry, hurry, and indecision.
Just for today, I'll get people off my nerves and not get on theirs. Appreciate them for what they do and what they are.
Just for today, I will not show it if my feelings are hurt.
Just for today, I'll find a little time for quiet to relax and realize what life is and can be. Time to think about God, get a better perspective of myself.
Just for today, I will look at life with fresh eyes and discover the wonder of it. I will know that as I give it to the world, so the world will give it to me.
Thank you. Thank you. As we turn to page 24 and rise, we'll continue with our call to worship and join together. Baruch Hu.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la.
top of page 26 as we continue Ma'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, O Lord, ruler of the universe, who brings on evening and wisdom and the gates of heaven open.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, ma'avir yom u'mevi laila, mavdil bein yom u'bein laila, ma'avir yom u'mevi laila, mavdil bein yom u'bein laila. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim.
In page 30, we continue with the oldest prayer within Judaism. We join together with the cantor Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha b'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha avaderech uv'shachtecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letodavot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkiru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim li'olachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
The top of page 32, there's so much for which we are grateful. Not only the beautiful sunsets that we get every night, but for our health of body, mind, and spirit. Let's continue the top of page 32. As the sun sets slowly behind the mountains of Vail, we gather together appreciative of the many gifts we enjoy. This Shabbat, amidst the peacefulness of these surroundings, let us no longer focus on that which we desire, but rather of what we already savor, the quietness of the creek. We thank you each day for health of body, mind, and spirit, and let our daily actions reflect our gratefulness for our lives, every moment with every breath. We recite the prayers surrounded by family and friends. On this Shabbat evening, we seek peace and comfort. Shield us from the hatred and destruction that plagues so many corners of the world. Keep us from thinking clearly. May we live each day with honesty, grace, and integrity. The top of page 34. Ashkivenu.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, Ve'hamidenu Malkeinu leChayim. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, Ve'hamidenu Malkeinu leChayim.
I dare say this will be a big change from what's happening next week.
Yes.
Do you want to explain a little?
Yes, next week we are so excited to be having our
At
our
least,
fourth,
yes,
at
fourth.
least fourth annual Bluegrass Shabbat. We have a phenomenal ensemble joining us next week. We have mandolin and fiddle and upright bass and banjo.
And you.
And also Michelle's going to be there. And yeah, we're going to do a lot of songs that you're already familiar with, many songs that we frequently do on Friday night, but in bluegrass style. And some of them will be also some specific Jewish bluegrass songs that have been written in bluegrass style too. It's going to be super
You
fun.
don't want to, if you already had plans next week?
That's my birthday party.
Oh.
It's Bluegrass Shabbat. Yeah.
Well, everyone is invited to her birthday
Everyone's invited.
next week. Okay. Well, let's turn to page 36 in our prayer books. We'll continue Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam, berit olam, beini ubein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat Shabbat vayinafas Shabbat Shabbat vayinafas Shabbat Shabbat vayinafas.
There are those in our community who are in need of healing of body, mind, or spirit. If you have a person in your life in need of healing, please feel free in just a moment to share their name aloud as we move about the sanctuary. We continue the top of page 38, Misha Baruch.
Bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
We offer these blessings for full healing to Ross Bagully, Gail Balin, Sue Beiser, Chip Brown, Esther Jeunesse Vadchaya, Blanche Deutsch, Chris Eldridge, Larry Ellens, and Carol Ann Finn, Sherry Frank, Deborah Goldman, Mark Grabowski, Lori Hellman, Mike Herman, Ray Ivry, Harriet Jaffe, Mary Sue Katz, Herman Keek, and Phil Krasnow, Judith Landau, Russell Molina, Bill Motak, Janet, Stephen Reese, Bruce Rogers, Bill Silvers, B. Sklarowitz, Barbara Solomon, Alyssa Sosland, Dina Stempler, Merle Steyer, and Alan Tannenbaum, Richard Taxman, Donna Weinstock, Jerry Weinstock, and Jeffrey Whitman. We turn to page 40 and rise as we continue with the Reader's Kaddish.
Yitkada ve'yitkada shemei rava.
Amen.
Ve'alma divra kirte ve'amlich machute.
V'chayechon v'yomechon u'v'chayedecho beit Yisrael ba'gala ba'gala v'vizman kari.
V'yimeru.
Amen. Yesh me'raba mevarach Alam lameho maya yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach. Yitbar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shemei dekutsha. Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata.
Tushbechata v'nechemata damihiran bialma.
V'yimeru.
Amen. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Page 42 as we continue, and then silently through page 57.
Adonai sfatai tivta. Ufi agir tehilatecha. Adonai sfatai tivta. Ufi agir tehilatecha.
may be seated when you've completed the Amida. Continue page 56 with our prayer for peace. Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom B'Olam, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
That's when we ask for requests and they say, give us the normal one.
Is that the normal
I
one?
guess so. I
Okay.
mean, it's the one that most of us know. That was beautiful. Thank you. Well, this week in our Torah portion, Moses' cousin Korach launches a rebellion against Moses and Aaron. Korach himself is a Levite, and he had the chutzpah to challenge the leadership of Moses and Aaron. When a midrash, and that's the way the rabbis try to interpret and expand upon the text, it's their way they fill in the blanks of the stuff that's not in the Torah. So how did Korach challenge the leadership of Moses? Our text doesn't say. So here go the rabbis. Korach, the rabbis wrote, mocked Moses by asking him all sorts of absurd questions. They said, in a room full of Torah scrolls, and every Torah, of course, contains the same prayers that you find inside a mezuzah, why would you need to put a mezuzah on your door if it's already in all of your Torahs? Next question they said is, why would you need to have a blue thread on the fringe of your talit? What if the entire talit was made of blue threads? Why would you need to have the extra thread hanging? Well, Korach threw these verbal assaults, according to the rabbis, as a direct attack on Moses, and he hoped that some of them would stick. God, of course, sides with Moses, and those who took part of the insurgency against Moses, well, it's not a good story for Hebrew school children, because our text tells us that God killed all 15,000 of the rebels. Now, in Pirkei Avot, which is the ethics of the fathers, it's a timeless section of the Talmud that addresses Jewish ethics. There's one section that describes two kinds of controversies. The first kind of controversy is one which is, they say, for the sake of heaven. The second controversy, well, it's not really good for anyone. An example they give, an argument for the sake of heaven, they talk about a series of legal disputes between the school of Hillel and the school of Shammai. These were two great sages that, well, they really disagreed regarding just about everything and every argument in the Talmud. But they did so respectfully. An example for not for the sake of heaven, well, they used the dispute of teasing by Korach and his followers toward Moses. So the rabbis of the Talmud point out that there's always respectful disagreement amongst the rabbis. But the dispute between Korach and Moses, Korach was really, they think, just interested in controversy, not engaging Moses in a serious debate. It was simply a case of Korach, they say, in their Aramaic language, stirring the pot, creating dissent, confusion, and they say even anarchy. And that was not a legitimate debate. Now, we know that we live in an age of gotchas, where we see so-called experts who try to stir up controversy. We witness people who spend more time trying to belittle others than they do uplifting themselves. Now, I'm not just talking about politicians or what we hear on TV, but sometimes in our own families, we spend more time finding what's wrong in someone rather than do how much we could love them. Now, I remember at the Naval Academy, the commandant used to say to all of us at the beginning of the year, you don't get taller by standing on other people. And I think that's a lesson that we could all do well to learn. We learn from this story of Korach how important it is to distinguish between controversies that they call l'shem shamayim, which means for the sake of heaven, and those which are lo, l'shem shamayim, and not for the sake of heaven. It's a real lesson, but it's also a choice. And we pray that we always choose to engage in the actions that are always l'shem shamayim, those that are for the sake of heaven. I'd like to send this to everybody at Fox and CNN and see if they'd like to. Well, you all have this beautiful brochure that Janet put together, and we update every week. If you don't have one, take one home with you. It talks about the 60 or so events that are taking place over the summer, and it really begins full blast next week, as the cantor was saying, with the special Bluegrass Shabbat. For those that weren't able to sign up in time for dinner, come for the service. It's still going to be truly amazing. It's been incredible every year. The spirit, the life of it, and dress up. You have boots and a hat, I know that. So get your boots out, your cowboy hat, get into the spirit. It's going to be wonderful. We have also, anything you'd like to highlight from any of these?
It's hard to pick. We have so many amazing
I know, you
things.
take a look at these.
I'm very excited about the Elul tour that's coming through.
Please tell us about that.
Toward the end of our summer, at the beginning of the month of Elul, the first thing we'll do is head to the cemetery where we have our special Rosh Chodesh Elul service, and we'll get to open up our Geniza and place all of the sacred texts inside of it that we are no longer using, and we're also going to be placing our hostage ribbons in the Geniza this year, because we have located all of the hostages that were from the conflict over in Israel. And after that, we have Eliana Light and her phenomenal band coming through to do a big concert. This concert tours the whole month of Elul around the country, and we were lucky enough to snag a spot on the tour, and you don't want to miss it. It's to get us prepared for the high holidays.
And it's musicians from all over the country that she brings together.
Yeah.
And it's the first time they'll ever be coming here, so we really look forward to that. And then we have the film Souls on Fire, where the director is flying in from New York to talk about Elie Wiesel and the movie that he made about him. A big one will be when Alon Ben-Gurion comes. He's got great stories about his grandfather, because he was in his 20s when his grandfather passed away. So we really get to hear some wonderful insight as to who was the founder of the state of Israel. And the mountaintop is a few weeks away.
Few weeks, second week of July and second week of August, and we have some phenomenal music for you there too. We also hope you'll come next weekend on Sunday to the Leadville Cemetery cleanup. That's always a very special day that we put on with B'nai B'rith Colorado, and a really amazing organization. And they'll also be attending our Bluegrass Shabbat service. That's how that service came about, was
Right.
to get us prepared for our Leadville service on Sunday. And then also in August, we will be having a Shabbat morning service at the historic synagogue in Leadville, which is no longer being used functionally as a synagogue. It is a museum, so it's really special when we get to go there and bring the life and bring the Shabbat back into its beautiful sanctuary. So we hope you'll join us for that. That's very special too.
And I love it where we put on the back every Shabbat is special, that you get to see how many things we're doing. When we look around at some of the other synagogues, they take off for the summer because they said it's too hot or no one's there or kids are at camp. And they come here, which is nice, but we don't shut down. So please take a look at this and take it home with you. And there's some wonderful things that we've been planning since winter.
Since
to get
last
people
summer.
to come here. Right, since last summer. Well, we're now going to happy birthdays first. Happy birthday to all of you. Again, thank you for sponsoring great cakes and everything else and everything that you put together. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And you didn't come up? And happy birthday as well. It's wonderful when we can celebrate such happy occasions like that. So we'll return to our prayer books now on page 60. We rise and join together. Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shaveach l'adon hakol, l'teit gdula l'yotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kirei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol amonam, va'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. והשב אותם אל לבביך כי אדוני
Elohim,
בשמיים, ממעל, ועל הארץ, מתחת אין עוד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Tonight, we remember our loved ones who are no longer with us. It has been said that a loved one will always be with us while their name is still spoken. In solemn testimony to that unbroken faith which links the generations one to another, we recall their names as they will live in our hearts forever. Elizabeth Adler, Henry Ast, Madeline Barnett, Mark Behan, Gloria Block, Anna Bratboard, Harry S. Bush, Morris Cohen, Mark Cohen, Goldie Cohen, Diane Cohen, Morton Cohen, Shelley DeGraff, Herbert Edinburgh, Estelle Fleischer, and Dorothy Floman, Daniel Ginsberg, Bernard Kaplan, Stanley Carman, Eugene Kleinman, and Ida Laberitz, Frank Lautenberg, Stanley Lear, George Lerner, Mona Leventhal, Jules Lieberman, Sigrid Linz and Irma Lubin, Elaine Lustig, and Florence Melman, Howard Marcus, Morty Marks, Babette Melmid, Ludwig Meyer, Fred Miller, Nancy Minkoff, Sue Nachman, Bert Nathan, Leslie Nathan, Raphael Pichotto, Karen Pope, Shirley Port, Edinburgh and Ann Posen, Max Rappaport, Tara Rizzo, Leonard Rothman, Rhea Scheller, Marjorie Schaff, Lee Scrudders, Marshall Siegel, and David Stern. If anyone else is observing Yahrzeit this month. The Mourner's Cottage can be found in our prayer books on page 64. Those who wish may join with us as we say, Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, v'yalmad yivrach hirutei v'yamelich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agalav zman kariv v'imramen.
Amen.
Yehesh me'raba mevarach le'olam u'me'omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudashad b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran v'yama v'imramen. Yesh lama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imramen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom v'imramav uyaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imramen.
Amen.
May be seated. Again, thank you for joining us and for sharing your birthday with all of your friends. Thank you for all of you and for wonderful oneg that we have before. Remember, it starts at 5, so we have enough time to schmooze and get to see each other. For those of you that are with us for the first time, we welcome you. And for those that are watching, we love having you from east to coast, tuning in and watching our service. And welcome back. You went to, tell us what your Cantor's Conference.
Thank you. I was just co-chairing and hosting the Women Cantors Network Conference in Richmond, Virginia. I got home late last night, and we had a group of phenomenal people who do cantorial work there and a lot of really amazing programming. It was wonderful, and I'm exhausted. And I'm not slowing down after this.
And I don't miss the East Coast because I remember living in Maryland. The power went out every 2-3 weeks.
We had several hotel disasters. I had to relocate the entire hotel block twice during this conference because the AC was operating at 50% capacity and it was 100 degrees out and very humid in Richmond. And then the power went out, and of the 2 hotels that were right next to each other, and at the hotel that we relocated people to where the AC was working until the power went out, the power was out for 16 hours. And that was an adventure.
And we live here without any humidity.
I know.
It's wonderful.
Like, to get me home.
It's great. And we have challah, which we're going to be enjoying in just a moment. Debbie Stensler isn't here, but she brought 2 last week and 1. So I was wondering, on that big cruise that you took, Rhonda, did they have challah every Friday night? Did you make it? Who made it? Wow.
Beautiful. Oh,
Wow.
wonderful.
Oh, that's really
Oh.
what a way to have a cruise with challah.
And next time you'll bring me and I'll lead the services.
Right. And for Adon Olam, the tune we're going to choose is
What would you like for Adon Olam?
not normal.
Happy birthday, Adon Olam. I feel like I would have to do that one a lot of times. That would get very repetitive. I think let's choose another one. I do love that idea. Cantor's Choice.
Okay.
Ooh, it's too much pressure. Let's see. Should I pick an Adon Olam tune or should I pick a not Adon Olam tune? Zombie. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra. Leit nasa v'chesdo kol azay melech shemo yikra. Ve'acharei kichon hakol lilado loch norah.
And Steve, you reminded me, we were supposed to say, and when you go back to Houston, ask your rabbi and cantor to do that at your synagogue and see if they'll let you stay on the board. You know.
Zombie by the Cranberries.
It's the most popular one in Hebrew.
The most popular, Adon Olam, yeah.
Okay, let's rise for a closing blessing. Adonai Oz li'amo yutein, Adonai v'rech et amo v'shalom. The Lord grant strength unto his people, bless all peoples with peace.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
And Debbie, thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Shabbat shalom.
The cinnamon. Ooh, I can't wait.
You can pass them around this way. See if it's as good as the ship. See if it's as good as the ship.